boy each week. Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would say the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is, well, everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split that sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still. So now I just can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. I forgot the words to the next part. Yeah, that's it. Wine. Leave it to my wife to remember wine. Water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. Now I gotta hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. Used to be a world half there, heaven second rate, hand me down. Now I'm walking with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. See a questioning child's face, say it's not a sacrament. It'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come, say it's not a testament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird, shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. Made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything, except that chord. Everything is holy now. We gather this Sunday morning, and so many Sunday mornings, not because we must, not for fear that our absence will spark some eternal consequence. We gather not merely to watch, but we hope to see with mind, with heart, something new, or in a new light, something that has traveled long with us. We gather not simply to hear, but to listen for our shared voices, blending reason with divine. We gather in love, in fear, in wonder, in doubt, in anger, and in hope. As friends, as strangers, we gather with packed lives, schedules, demands on our time, phones, practically, literally buzzing with the next 6 things we have to do. Still, we make this space in this time because in our hearts, in our souls, we know we are better when we gather. Welcome to this gathering on a Sunday morning, my beloveds of Michael Servetus Unitarian Society, and welcome to the second annual, I don't know if it will be another annual, but for now it is the second annual Sunday morning Coffee House Comes to Church Joy Jam. We gather this morning to remember and to celebrate why it is we gather, why we are a religious community. And to do that, you don't have to listen to me all morning. I have a lineup of exceptional talent and me. I have to be on the lineup. I control the list, Polly. We're here to think about why we're here and what it means to us. What is it worth to us to have this religious community as a place that we can come together in times of happiness and sorrow, in anger, in frustration with the world, and sometimes just to hang out and have coffee and listen to talented people and to know that we are among beloved. This is the kickoff of our pledge drive. I've been on the finance committee for longer than I can remember at this point, so I'll just come straight to the point. It takes money to have a community. And so we do ask for your time and your talent, and we appreciate all that you all give. But we also ask, can you help us fund this place and pay for the staff, pay for the minister, pay for all the things that go with being a church community? We have started the pledge drive. We already have, as of yesterday, I believe 13 pledges that totaled almost $40,000. That is 28% of our $140,000 goal. I would like to emphasize $140,000 is a goal, not a limit. Go nuts, people. We spend more each year than we take in through pledges and other fundraisers. We have, through the love and of former members, money to help fill that gap. I have said for years, we are not deficit spending. We are spending the gifts and the love that has been given to us. But I think all of us would like to have a smaller gap. And so as we celebrate the talent and hear the words and the music that will be shared with you on this stage, everybody's got a computer in their pocket. You could go right ahead and pledge today. There are paper forms around here somewhere that if you want to do it in paper, we'll make sure it gets to the right people, which would be Colleen, not me. Or, over the next week, please get online, pledge. We want to be here next year and the year after and the year after that for each other, for the world out there that needs a faith that embraces love of everyone. And now, with that, let's love some music from the choir to kick things off. No.
Yeah, we should move to the mic first.
And it's not going to be in it though.
What do you want? Tell me what you want.
Is Lynn going to be in it?
Yeah, it's.
The song you'll be hearing later is good jazz, good one, just style of service called Birth. of the Blues.
Oh, they say some people long ago were searching for a different tune, one that they could croon as only they can. They only had the rhythm soul, the rhythm soul. They started swaying to and fro, They didn't know just what to use. That is how the blues really began. They heard the breeze in the trees, singing weird melodies, and they made that the start of the blues, start of the blues. And from a jail came the wail of a downhearted frail, and they played that as part of the blues. From a whippoorwill out on a hill, they took a new note, pushed it through a horn till it was worn into a moon note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. They nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. One more time. They nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. They nursed it, rehearsed it, the blues. Blues.
And can I make one quick announcement?
Hold on. For an extra donation, we will make sure he doesn't do a stand-up routine.
I brought my jokes along. Just a reminder, on the 20th of this month at Pilgrim House, starting at 7:30 will be our annual spring concert. And so you're hearing today also our band, the choir, and Delphi.
Bruce?
Yes,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, right. 7 o'clock, and we'll have refreshments after. So put this on your calendar, attendance will be taken.
Really the quiz that I'm worried about. All right. Ivy is up next.
tell them what that was. Thank you.
All right, I believe next up is Kaya.
So, is this a good distance from the mic? I'm like, want to make sure I'm not too loud. So last month I performed a poem. Here's another one. This one, since it's Joy Jam, is a little bit lighter in tone. A lot lighter. Raise of hands. How many of you have a nickname or have had a nickname in the past? Okay, great, perfect. The Edgy Veggie. I think my name is Tom, a half jest, a prelude to confession, alphabetical constant that existed when I was unborn, numb residence in dead space, mandatory gift given. I never grew into his name, for his name invoked a jester, a confessional refrain. I bore Tom to nurture her. One year, one day, a singular fulcrum of my story, where young pupils judged the architecture of his identity. They bestowed titles upon the teacher. Orlando, Rolando, DJ Bones, Edgy Veggie, Lesbian Grandma, Yam. These are not the names of an engineer. Silly jesters refer to her in these names, all of which are not Tom's. To forget his name, my name was never Tom. Do not call me Mister. These second names, I prefer.
Thank you, Kaya. All right, Amy is up next. Are you ready?
Well, not immediately.
Well,
I'm
then,
getting there.
Bruce, tell a joke? No. All right, Tech, are you ready?
Do you want me to do any kind of sound check or? Okay. Now I've been lately.
Sing louder.
I can't sing louder.
I need a practice sound check song, so you don't know what I'm gonna sing. Okay. Think by now I would learn that.
Amy with a song to be announced several seconds ago.
I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Get your bags together, go bring your good friends too. 'Cause it's getting nearer, soon it will be with you. Now come and join the living, it's not so far from you. And it's getting nearer, soon it will all be true. Peace train sounding louder, peace train. I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go unheeding? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh, come on the peace train. Peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh, come on the peace train.
All right. Now, for the first time on our coffee house stage, with a story he tells me is not too ribald for church, but we'll see. Kevin and Janice on Zoom. If you could let Purple know that they're up next, that would be great.
Oh, she gets a hint.
Yes.
No time to stage
You
fright.
were in the building. You could have seen. You see what we have to deal with.
There's no complaining in Joy Jam.
Unless you can do it happily. Kevin.
Thank you. My mother. Now, all of us have scores of stories that can be started with my mother. This one is about the fact that my mother used to have some serious illnesses, hospitalizations, and surgeries. But she'd never listen to the doctor. When they were telling her things, she'd just say, no. Call my son Kevin. Call Kevin. So I get a phone call one day, the doctor saying, I'm trying to explain things to your mother and she won't listen. I said, no, she's not going to listen. Tell me what it is. And it wound up being a brain aneurysm. She was going to need surgery the following week. I said, what should we do in the meantime? Keep her calm. So I decided this is best to be done in person instead of over the telephone. So that night I rent a car and I start driving from Minnesota to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It was a dark but not stormy night. There was a black sky, black asphalt, black Angus. I hit a cow. Well, I turned the car around to make sure that no one else hit the cow. And a family stopped. And I thought, oh, thank you, someone to help me. Well, they had two little girls, and the mother decided to wake them up. And you know how little girls are when they've been sleeping, a little sweaty, their hair's kind of out. She decided she was going to do a death and dying lesson over this cow with these two little girls. So they get out, and the 5-year-old kind of looks down at the cow and then looks up at me and then looks down at the cow and then looks up at me. Well, a truck full of teenagers came by and said, hop in, we'll go find the sheriff. I said, you go find the sheriff, I gotta stay here. So off goes a truck full of teens to find the sheriff. The sheriff arrived. He needed my license, which I had in my backpack, which was in the trunk of the car. It was a Mustang. I was driving a Mustang, rental Mustang. And so I went to the backpack and the lady had this mega flashlight. I think it was nuclear powered. But we were able to see, and I pulled out my books and I got a paper that I had, it was an A. So she looks at the textbook, Adolescent Sexual Development. The paper, she goes, oh, you got an A. Then she looks with that nuclear flashlight. My paper was fetish, pathology or pleasure. She yells at her husband, put the kids in the car, we're done. So the kids got back in the car and they're out of there. But meanwhile, the farmer arrived. He says, how many cows did you see? I said, none, that's why I hit it. He says, well, I'm missing 3. I said, I only got 1. So I was really pleased, and I told him, don't worry. I bought the car insurance from the rental car. It's all taken care of. And the sheriff said, no. This is about the cow's insurance. The fact that the fence was broken and the cows were out is their responsibility. And it was the 3rd time that day the cows had been wandering. So I said, well, I suppose you'll get at least some hamburger. And I learned that no, when you hit a cow like that, toxins just ruin the whole meat. He says, besides, it was a 4-H project for my son. I had a 4-H project. He was not going to get a blue ribbon at the Blackhawk County Fair. Well, I drove to the next town to stay the night because the car had a little dangling headlight and there was all kinds of thing on the windshield. And the check engine light was not. So I thought, how am I going to tell Mom? So I just said, Mom, I'm tired. I'm going to stay and I'll come in the morning. Didn't want to tell her about the cow since she was supposed to stay calm. So the next day, I returned the rental car to get a different one because, I had a dangling headlight and that's bile all over it. And they came out and looked at the back of the car and said, there's nothing wrong with this car. I said, don't go around the front. So they said, well, it's still drivable. I said, the check engine light is on. I want another car. So they gave me a Ford Taurus, and that's no bull.
Thank you, Kevin. I mean, the last line was a little Bruce-worthy, but... All right, up next, we have Purple and Janice joining us from Zoom. Janice, we're going to need a little, since we didn't get a chance to do a Zoom sound check, we're going to work with Byron here a little to make sure everything's correct. So
Can you hear me?
keep talking.
Hello. Hi, Purple. It's good to meet you again.
I'm hearing from the room louder. Okay, go ahead, Janice. Purple, somebody.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? I have no response. What's going on?
You are good to go.
Thank you. Purple and I searched through literally hundreds of song titles before we found this 2010 song written and sung by Bruno Mars. We wanted a song that was joyful and thoughtful, something that reflected the love we have for MSUS, our friends, and the help we have been given when we needed it. Purple, Purpleina, Purplicious, and I all say, when you need help, count on me. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. We'll find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. And you'll be there because that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. We'll find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. And you'll be there because that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let you go, never say goodbye. You know, you can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. And you'll be there because that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, yeah. You can count on me because I can count on you. And Purple and I know that we can count on you to give what you can to help out for the next fiscal year. We love you both. We love you all. Thank you.
Well, bonus points to Purple for working in a pledge reminder there. Nice work. All right, up. Well, actually, I have an announcement. Jumping off of what Purple and Janice just shared, helping people in the community. One of the things we do as a church to help the community is Meals on Wheels. We could use some more volunteers to help with that. If you are able to help, please talk to Lori and she will tell you what the next steps would be. And that's all I got on that. And now it's time for you all to take the stage. If you've been to any of our coffee houses, or if you haven't, you know or are about to find out, wow, that's really getting stumbly, Chad, that we do sing-alongs. And so it is time for all of you to sing. You can sit, you can stand, you can dance if you want, although this is not a super danceable tune, but it should be one you know. Bruce, are you ready? Are we ready? We'll get slides up on the screen. No, that's not. That's not. Hey, Bruce, it's my wonderful world.
It's not a wonderful world.
Small technical difficulties, talk amongst yourself.
That maybe Polly would do somebody rich. Not that good.
Well, Bruce, do we know the words well enough to lead people in it?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody knows this song, right? I might. We're gonna imagine. Just give me a second to find some lyrics, just to make sure I'm not making them up like I did with Holy Now. Sure. All right, we can do this, Bruce. Please don't make this a solo.
Aha!
Imagine this. It's easy. Well, that can be going a little far. Imagine all the people. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Someday
wonder if you can. Don't need worry longer. All
Some lyrics need updating. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. They say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live on. Hi! Note to self, check which slides you're sending the tech team. I mean, not that Wonderful World isn't a great song, it's just not the one I told Bruce we were gonna do. All right, speaking of Bruce, Delphi's up next.
And another reason to come to our concert on May 20th. Did somebody announce that?
You did.
While folks are getting set up, we're going to do Can't Help Loving That Man, which is from the show, Broadway show, Showboat. And it was written in 1927, or, well, the show was 1927. The musical is well known for being the first really major musical that had an racially integrated cast. And there's a lot about it that's very progressive for 1927, though there's challenges with the show now, of course. And I will just mention Hammerstein. So this is Kernan Hammerstein, and Hammerstein is sometimes credited as being a Unitarian. He was Jewish. The synagogue he went to became a Unitarian church. It's not the same thing. He was once in a building that eventually became a Unitarian church. Oh, society, sorry. It is one of the societies in New York.
Okay, good enough for jazz.
Okay.
Oh, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, and I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I should love that man. It must be something that the angels done plan. The chimney's smoking, the roof is leaking in, but he don't seem to care. He can be happy with just a sip of gin. I even love him when his kisses got gin.
slow. Tell me I am crazy, well, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. And when he comes back, that day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man
So are we on here? One of the fun things about doing this is sometimes I get surprised by the talent in the community. That happened this week. I had no idea Ali played music, and now you all get to find out too. Ali.
Is that on?
For those of you on Zoom, Ali.
This is an old English country dance. Don't try dancing to it.
Thank you, Ali. You show me that maybe I shouldn't have given up on the recorder in 5th grade. All right, up next, poetry from Beth. Rich.
Yeah, I think so. There we go. planting shade trees, or how to say thanks. How do we ever say thank you for all that we've been given? Do you think gratitude is as old as human time? Do you suppose anyone thought to say thanks to the one who lit the first fires? Or the clever one who carved that first crude wheel? After a gazillion generations, we are the very fortunate descendants of folks brilliant, inventive, and brave. From thinkers like Galileo to tinkerers like Gutenberg. Through all of human time, countless curious and brilliant wanderers have measured with certainty the foundations of life and imagined with urgency the measure of justice. So, the litany of thanks is a long one when thoughtful folks stop to think about it. And this dear gathering of earnest folks, definitely fortunate descendants of givers extraordinaire, have taken what those founders created and through the decades, epic crisis and all, have thoughtfully carried their dreams forward, breathing new life into messages ever true of justice and stewardship and service, because that's what thoughtful, forward-thinking dreamers do. So that is how you say thanks. When your good fortunes abound, first, you remember that we all sit in the shade of trees that someone else planted, even if it was a squirrel. Then you get busy and fashion a forest of your own. Thank you.
Well, now I'm going to tell my dog that those squirrels are busy and he should leave them alone. I don't expect it to work. Up next, I was very happy to get a call on Friday from Mark asking to play. He has a piece from Mendelssohn. Mark, I still remember the first time I heard you play in the sanctuary at at the old building at MSUS. It blew me away, and it still does. Thank you for the gift. Up next, with a reprise of their song from last year, Byron and Katie, give us a moment to get switched so I can run tech. And yeah. One of you knows the song, right?
We think so.
There's no telling.
Won't know until that first note comes out.
What happens at home and what happens here are so different. For example, I have to reintroduce myself to my guitar. It'll be as though we never met. Ready? Oh, Tech, are you ready? Good? Okay.
You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. If you can hold my hand when you need to let go. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world as we are able, and all come back together when the day is done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. And I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for as we are able, and all come back together when the day is done.
Oops, sorry, one more time.
The door is always open for strangers and for friends. Everyone's a little broken and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world as we are able, and all come back together when the day is done. And all come back together when the day is done.
So that song seems like a good time to remind you all why we're here. To set that table so that we can have that crowd. Plant the seed of love. So please remember to pledge. I will also wanted to let you know, last week we had the first service auction we've had in several years. Our goal was to raise $7,000, and we got 10. So I know Lori and Debbie were very engaged in that. If there's other people I'm forgetting who were helping with that, please, everybody involved, thank you. That was, almost doubling, or not doubling, but almost 50% what we wanted. That's great. It shows how much we love this place and the opportunity to spend time with each other eating the food that all of you can make, because that's really what sold it. Nobody was bidding on my frozen pizzas. So, all right, next up, we have Ed. We didn't talk about what he's going to do. I assume it's interpretive dance. We'll see.
What I'm going to play is two black spirituals. The first one you may not be familiar with. It's called, and I can't name it, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. In the interest of time, let me just paraphrase what the words are all about. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward, carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward, carry me home. And then it talks about the chariot carrying me up to heaven. And if you get there before I do, tell all my friends I'm coming too. The words of the song were palatable to white slave owners, but clearly it's a reference. The chariot is a reference to the Underground Railroad. And the chariot's going to carry me to freedom least out of slavery and up into the north. The second song is one that became an anthem for the civil rights movement, We Shall Overcome. I'm going to sit down because this is the way I practiced it, so hopefully it'll be better if I sit down. Do you need to do a sound check? I'm good to go. Okay.
I mean, as dances go, it wasn't that impressive, Ed. But, thank you, Ed. All right, up next, we have poetry from Joey.
Hello. More than thankful, gratitude is my emotion, feeling this community a part of who I am. Refinement of myself with each interaction, you mold my being. Joy Jam, we are one. Support this community, brace us together. Giving, not taking, harmonious balance thrives, kindness spawns love. Imagination, mirth of wonder, sparkles bright, provoke contentment. Creativity, road-blocked. Change of direction, become the journey. Hope entwines this space. Shared thoughts, covenant with all, respecting one's worth.
Thank you for the reminder, Polly. And now, with only a little bit of trepidation, I introduce Bruce, who has rewritten a couple of songs with his own lyrics. I'm sure there are no bad jokes in any of them. I have not been given a guarantee, however. And then why don't we just roll out of that right into the band? I have adjusted. Oh, right, he's singing.
She's gonna take it away. Actually, I didn't put together these words. I found a book from an old Unitarian arranger. He put words together to mostly familiar songs. These two have to do with fundraising. Now, at the right time, you will know to come in. I'll give a little bit of cue, but do-da, do-da.
Oh yeah, this is a sing-along.
Oh, do-da day.
Do-da, do-da.
Da 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 da.
Oh, do-da day.
Yeah. So you find the parts on there. That'll be your part on the fundraising. Now it's time to pass a plate. It's time to take collection. So please give freely when it comes in your direction. Be your most demonstrative. Open your heart and give. Give your church a chance to live. Give with affection. The church needs money and it needs it fast.
Do-da, do-da.
Gotta have money if it's gonna last.
Oh, do-da day.
The church needs money and it needs it sure.
Do-da, do-da.
Gotta have money if it's gonna endure.
Oh, do-da day.
Members of the church, when the plate goes by, please fill it up with all your ready cash. Don't let the church light die. The church's money doesn't grow on trees.
Do-da, do-da.
It doesn't float on the rolling seas.
Oh, do-da day.
The church's money doesn't fall from the blue.
Do-da, do-da.
It comes from good people like me and you.
Oh, do-da day.
Members of the church, when you get the plate, try to stack it high within your hands. You hold the church's fate. The band is going to do kind of a favorite style of Dixieland. Now we're going to do a song called Ostrich Walk. Maybe. If we don't have equipment failures. Yeah. Okay, we're ready. Okay. Dum bum ba da 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 da. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Remember the concert?
I was
May
gonna
20th.
say, Bruce, I can't remember, is there an opportunity to see this band perform again anytime in the next, say, 14 days?
We might, if you put this on the calendar and remember, and you will be tested.
What is it, Dave?
May 20th.
May 20th, what time?
7 o'clock.
Where?
Pilgrim House.
Thank you.
I think everybody just passed the quiz.
I was thinking it's good we don't have to pay the cost of such amazing musicians, but then I guess we'll do.
Yeah, hold on there, Beth.
You mean the mental and emotional cost of listening to us?
Well, there is that.
All right, so we are coming to the end of the program, and there is one more sing-along. And it's a song you don't know, so you're welcome. We're gonna try and teach it to you. It is very simple. Amy and I sang it at the Earth Day service during the offering. One word changes in every verse. So you should be able to follow it. We'll start it. I wrote down the words we're using because it's an easy song to change. Last time we used different words.
Only I can't really read. I'm like, that doesn't
Oh, yeah.
It's not stronger, it's stranger.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I wrote it down so I can read it. So Amy and I may be singing different words. Sure, okay. So this is Where You Go. I do not remember the name of the performer who wrote it because it's really difficult for me to say, but I'll get it to you sometime. It is a simple and beautiful song to wrap things up. The lyrics are, where you go, I will go. First verse will be, beloved, where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. Because your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. Your divine, my divine. So, simple. Oh boy. Oh, we're working on lyrics. Bruce, any jokes?
Please.
That's maybe a little louder than I need it.
Ooh, a spreadsheet.
We know how to. Do you have a guitar in the room? I can hear me. All right. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Where you go, I will go, children. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, children. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, children. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, children. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Where you go, I will go, neighbor. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, neighbor. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, neighbor. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, neighbor. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Where you go, I will go, stranger. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, stranger. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, stranger. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, stranger. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Thank you, my people, my beloveds, my friends, my neighbors, and sometimes strangers. There's still treats, there's still coffee. Thank you to all of our performers who made this possible. Thank you for an audience. We do it without you, but it's nicer when you're here. Thank you to Katie and Byron for making this technically possible. And thank you in advance for pledging so that we are here for as long as we need to be here. Amen and blessed be.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you, Chad.